Good morning, everybody. Morning Coffee with Cliff. As always, you are in the right place. I'm so glad you're here this morning. I am coming at you live, obviously, from Elm Tree Island in the Thousand Island region of upstate New York. And I am so blessed. This morning, I have a couple good friends that I worked with at the LA County Sheriff's Department who are coming out to visit me for one night only, appearing here on the island. So looking forward to their arrival. But you know what? These morning coffee sessions, I have become habituated into doing them. Sometimes they're planned a little bit and sometimes they're not planned. And you know what? Seems like the best recordings, because I record these and I actually repurpose them as shorts later. But I do record these most of the time unscripted, no notes, no teleprompter, so I never know what's going to happen. But isn't that the best way to operate? Sometimes in life, the best things in life are spontaneous. And the chat is open, so let me know in the world where you are. I'm in the Thousand Island region of upstate New York. I am going to let a few more thousand people jump on board here. Sometimes it's okay to be delusional in a positive way with positive goals. I jokingly say let a few more thousand people come on board. I even say that when no one is on the live stream as of yet. So let's let some more people come on board. Hey, my channel is a community of progress. If that resonates with you in any way, shape, or form, then hey, subscribe. That's how I grow the channel. I jump on here and I share some thoughts live, unedited, unpolished, and not always perfect. 100% of the time, not perfect. Good morning. Glad you're here. Fortune favors the bold. If you can and you want, let me know where in the world you are at. I'm Cliff Yates. This is my channel. Really, it's all dedicated to self-improvement, personal growth, how we can get better every day in every way than we were yesterday. That's the kind of things I've been studying for the past 40 years, and I've got so obsessed with it. I have to continue to grow, continue to expand and express those kind of ideas, strategies, and philosophies on how we can live a better life. Hey, it's not always the most popular. It's not going to stimulate a lot of hatred or stir up a lot of negative emotions, but so what? Going forward in a positive way, no better way to live our lives. But let's connect this morning in the live chat. Never been a better time to be alive. Can you imagine you're able to turn on a camera now on your phone and in real time live stream around the world for what cost? Zero, nothing. And I like going live in the vertical format of YouTube because I know YouTube pushes it in the shorts feed. I usually connect with a lot more people that aren't already subscribed to the channel. Although even in these live streams in the morning, I do connect with some regulars. And so I've been connecting with some people all over the world the last few weeks. Spain, Italy, Germany, France, to name a few. And of course, in my home country of the United States of America, where I'm at now, in the Thousand Island region of upstate New York. And wow, to share good ideas, strategies, and philosophies for living a better life, having a positive impact on another person, no greater joy. If you haven't done it or tried it, I want to encourage you to give it a try. Start from where you're at. Start from proximity. Who are the people that are most around you? And work from there. And if you haven't done it in the past, it may seem a little weird or strange to the people around you. They're going to say, hey, what are you smoking? What are you on? This is not how you really are normally. Well, guess what? We can all transform, change, and get to that next level whenever we decide. We can make the choices. We actually have the power if we will choose it and adopt it. Hi, how are you? John Coffeen, my God, I'm so happy to hear from you. Victorville, California. I was just thinking about my good friend John Coffeen, who I worked with in the LA County Sheriff's Department. And I have two fellow members of the department, a man by the name of Rick Wiles and Jody Wiles are going to be stopping over here for one night only. And Rick Wiles I worked with so many years ago in Linwood Sheriff Station. It has to be 35 plus years ago now, I think 1991. And Jody Wiles and I, we work together at the Equity Training Unit of the LA County Sheriff's Department. Glad you're here. Aspen, G7. All right. I don't care what happens the rest of the day. I've already connected with people that I care and think a lot about. John Coffeen, for you to see some of my pictures here in live feeds, and you created those wonderful paintings. As a matter of fact, I'm changing the location of one of the paintings, and I've gotten nothing but great compliments on your paintings. And they just were amazed. They were amazed that you had never been here, and yet you captured the essence of the view from the back of the island here over Singer Castle. And wow, hope things are going great. John, I know you're going through some physical challenges right now, but God bless it, you're going to make it through, right? You have the faith, and by faith you will be healed. Thank you, my friend, for connecting and leaving a comment. I appreciate you. As always, everybody, I'm glad you're here. You're in the right place. If you haven't already, subscribe to the channel. I don't know what's going to happen on these morning lives. I don't read from a script or notes or a teleprompter. So guess what? Sometimes I stumble, sometimes I fumble, but I have a person of great faith. And so sometimes I just need to get out of my own way. And I have nothing good to say outside of God's word. He'll provide them. I'll share them. Hopefully you'll receive them in the heartfelt manner that they are intended. Oh, I should have wrote that down. I think I couldn't have said it better if I had written it down myself. All right, everybody, Cliff Yates, you are in the right place. I'm a little bright. I think I'm going to turn down my light a little bit. You know what? It's gotten a little bit brighter. I'm in the middle of a rainstorm here in my island, and that's all right. That's all right. It'll work out. It'll work itself out. Thank you. God bless you, John. I'm going to take a picture later of the new location of your pictures, and I'm going to see how my fellow friends from the LA Sheriff they're going to enjoy the story of your pictures. You've created a story, John, that I share with people who come to the island, and Rick and Jody, who are coming this afternoon, are going to get a kick out of the story just because they worked like you and I did for the largest sheriff's department in the world, which was really a blessing that I didn't know was going to come to be in my life, but it started with a thought. A thought. I've been studying this book by Trevor. Troward. Troward. I forgot his first name now. Troward is he was an author from 1920s, and Affirmative Power is one of his essays. But he talks about how our thoughts, they are a form, but just our thoughts alone are not going to manifest or create anything. We have the creative power, but thoughts alone are not enough. We need to marry those with strong emotions. Feeling is what makes it happen. So thoughts that we have in our mind creates a form, but then we have to put life into those forms with feeling. That's why the famous author James Allen, who wrote the book As a Man Thinketh, said, "As a man thinketh in his heart, so is he." Why did he say, as a person thinketh in his heart? He was trying to say, it's not just our thoughts alone. It's our thoughts married with strong emotions from the heart. From the heart is really going to make all the difference in everything that we think, do, and manifest in our life, because thoughts married with strong emotions planted in the subconscious mind, held there as a dominating thought with strong emotions and feelings, are going to begin to have the universal, infinite thought conspire to manifest into physical reality those thoughts and images with strong feelings that we created in our mind. The mind is the key. The problem is no one's ever created a picture of the mind. Well, they have, but we've never been taught what the mind looks like. So we have to create an image in our own mind. God bless you, my friend. We have somebody else I got to put on here. Ripley Fan 3556. Hey, hope you're having a great day. Stay motivated and happy. You are the sunshine in this world, as you are. As you are. Isn't that the truth? We are a light into this world. Don't put a damn lampshade on your light. Bring it into a room. See, you don't have to destroy darkness. Light eliminates darkness. You are a light. Hey, thanks for those kind, positive words. You know I love this. Oh. Sorry, missed yesterday's live stream. Doesn't matter. You're here today. What matters? What matters, right, is right now, this moment, present time, where we are, what we're doing right now, what has happened in the past. We can take those lessons learned, that wisdom from years gone by into this moment, but we really need to be present right now. Even in this little live stream between you and me, the thoughts and feelings that we're expressing back and forth are going to be pretty powerful, not just in our lives, but maybe to the people that are listening. Sometimes when you have a conversation, the people that are having the conversation aren't the ones that are going to glean the wisdom or learning from that conversation. Sometimes it's somebody else that's listening. Sometimes it's a third party. Kind of magical how that works out. All right, John, I got your thumbs up, my brother, John Coffeen. Oh, man, it's so good to reconnect with you. And you know what? That reminds me. I have so many friends. Hey, listen, it's our choice. Live the way you want to. That's the beauty of freedom. But I have so many friends. They're off the grid. They don't have any social media platforms. They're not on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, or anything like that. Some of them even have flip phones. So they're off the grid, and they're living their best life. And sometimes you start to think, well, maybe I should be off the grid too. But listen, wait a minute. The fact that I keep in touch with some people that I normally wouldn't be able to keep in touch with, like Rick and Jody Wiles, who I had great relationship with in the LA County Sheriff's Department over 25 years ago. And I haven't seen them in person for over probably 15 years or more, but we've kept in touch. And because of that, they are now traveling the country, visiting friends around the country that they have known from the Sheriff's Department. And now they're coming to visit me here at the island. And they're both believers, good Christian folks. And we're going to fellowship here on the island for one night. It's going to be very special. But if we hadn't kept in touch, connected, even though it's through the internet, we wouldn't be meeting in person, one-on-one. And later this evening, God willing, Rick, Jody, and I will be face-to-face across the table from each other, sharing memories and moments, and I will be present in those conversations. I will not be time traveling to the past, except for with the memories I'm going to share in real time, and I'm not going to be time traveling to the future, and I'm thinking about what's going to be happening tomorrow. I'm going to try to be as best as possible present in the conversations that we have tonight. And you know when I best learned that? Believe it or not, just recently, by taking an improv class last year, 2 of them. I was surprised at what I had learned about conversations and about being present in the moment. Because when you take improv, you play games with a scene partner, and those games force you to be present in the scene that you're creating together. And you can't be anticipating what you're going to say as soon as the other person stops talking. You are forced by the games they've created in improv that you got to be present and you got to be actively listening. You can't just be hearing and then thinking in your own head, okay, when they stop talking, I'm going to say this. No, you got to keep listening. Listening is really active. Listening is different from hearing. Am I right? Yeah, you know I'm right. So glad you're here. If you haven't already, subscribe to the channel. I'm building a community of progress here, everybody. So glad you are here. Let's share some amazing thoughts of wisdom and gems of thought that you and I can share today, this morning, on this very day in 2026. So glad you're here. All right, everybody. So glad you're here. I'm also recording this. Even though we're live, I'm recording this for some shorts I'm going to put up later. And that's why, hey, listen, if you haven't already, subscribe to my YouTube channel. It's a community of progress. It's really all dedicated to what I've learned and continue to learn. And listen, that's the key. Be a lifelong learner. There's never going to be end to that. We always want to be expanding and expressing more. Even if we have great success, even if we make a fortune and we're able to be financially free, that we can live off the combined assets of our combined income from multiple streams, and we never have to work again. You know what? We can make additional fortunes, but we can now work for the fun of it, for the joy of it, for the fact of creating. It's okay to be at the same time content and ambitious. It's hard. It's hard to be two at the same time. Usually they don't travel together, but they can if we strive and we live and think intently on purpose. So glad you're here. Thanks for the positive comments today. How's the river? Oh, man, so glad you're here. I should have my camera pointed out. The river is pretty calm this morning, but as the river should be, it's wet. But I mean, it's pouring rain right now. But looking at the radar, I anticipate a break in the weather around noon today, just about the time my good friends are about to arrive here on the St. Lawrence River in the Thousand Island region of upstate New York. So the St. Lawrence River is pretty calm today, not too nasty, not too ferocious. It's totally overcast. It's totally pouring right now. But like you and I together, as we collaborate going forward in our lives, we do not let the weather or current conditions dictate our mental state. It could if we let it, but we won't. Raining in Canandaigua. All right. I love Canandaigua, one of the Great Lakes. Not the Great Lakes, but it's a great lake in the Finger Lakes region of upstate New York. Canandaigua is one of the most beautiful lakes in upstate New York, surrounded by hills that now have several wineries that I haven't visited yet, although I have friends who have. I feel like I've lived through them. And funny that I worked for the LA County Sheriff's Department. I worked with a young man in the Pasadena, California court system, and he had just bought, this was many years ago, he had just bought a beautiful piece of property on a hill overlooking Canandaigua Lake. I can't imagine what that property's worth today. At the time, in the early 90s, he had bought that property for $200,000. Oh my goodness, I can't imagine what it's worth right now. I hope he still has it. I made a video the other day about how simple it is to be physically fit over the age of 60. How simple it is. And how a lot of trainers, people peddling products for health and fitness, they're peddling physical fitness equipment. Sometimes they try to paint a picture of complexity that is pretty complex. You really need to buy their program, their system, their product. It's very, very simple. And I learned this so many years ago. It really is that simple. Because I highlight my workouts and my training, my physical fitness now that I'm 69. Well, I shouldn't say that. I just had a 69th birthday, which scary as it is, that means I'm in my 70th year. But hey, listen, the proof is in my pudding that I don't eat. Listen, I am more physically fit. I am more ambitious, more enthusiastic, more energetic right now than I was when I was 50. I feel the energy, I feel the physical fitness and the ability to perform physically as I did when I was 29. Why? Because I've habituated on a regular basis a pretty regimented physical fitness routine. Now, people tunnel vision when they see me sharing workouts and what I do when I do my workouts here on the dock. And they think, I'm not into being in the gym 2 hours a day like you are. Listen, my workouts at the most, usually 45 minutes, maybe an hour. Very rarely. My workouts for weight training normally are 30 to 40 minutes 3 times a week. Now, I've learned through Primal Health Coaching Institute training that instead of just working out for the hour and then being really idle for the rest of the day, no, it's better to move a lot throughout the day. And it's better, really, if you can, to just walk. Walking is probably the best thing that you can do for yourself. Oh, my goodness. I know how it's worked for me. But listen, these things are very simple. Here's all you have to do. Eat plants and animals. Stay away from chemically altered oils. Stay away from the sugars. Lift heavy things. Get plenty of sunlight. Get good sleep. Play at something. It doesn't have to be competitive. Play at something you just enjoy doing for the doing. Always be learning something new. And don't do stupid things that can get you hurt or killed. Like texting, driving, drinking, driving, not paying attention, having your head in your phone, going down those steep cement steps. Be present in the moment. Be self-aware. And I'm telling you, these simple steps are going to not only are they going to probably add years to your life? They're going to add life to your years. And isn't that the most important thing? Listen, tomorrow's not promised. Just had probably 3 to 5 people that I knew pretty well in the past couple months that have dropped dead or died from disease. And the 5 that I'm thinking about were younger than I am today. So even for myself, right now, tomorrow's not promised. But the thing is, we can live until we die. Whatever the number is, we can live until a sense of urgency, I think, is very important in our life. And we should create that. You know, all the Stoics did that. The Stoic philosophers of 2,000 years ago. Even Marcus Aurelius, one of the greatest emperors of his time, always had people reminding him he was going to, I got to turn down my light. See how the light changed around the room? And now I got to turn it down a little bit. Yeah, all right. Even Marcus Aurelius had people telling him, remember you're going to die. Remember you're going to die. Why? Not for morbid thoughts, but because he wanted to remind himself. Our life here is limited. We have one life to live. And so once you have that sense of urgency, and I use that when I'm remembering people who we've lost in our life. You know, I've gone through the grieving. There is grief. But then I also use that as an example to, inspire myself, to live life as fully as I can, committed as I can, to be all in, 100%, not to be half in, half out. And as I look around right now, I see the rain is waning. It's letting up as I had predicted. So it's going to be a good thing. Going to be a good day. Thank everybody for the comments today. Briefing with the Chief. How you doing, Pat? So glad you're here. 69. Got to stay fit. Absolutely. Father Time is a relentless enemy. As a matter of fact, Father Time, my friend, Briefing with the Chief. Go check his channel out. He's an amazing person that I worked with in the LA County Sheriff's Department. An amazing leader he was as a lieutenant. Without even knowing it, he actually mentored me in so many positive ways. Never underestimate the power of your influence. My good friend, and I say that sincerely, my good friend, Pat Jordan, retired chief. That's why he has Briefing with the Chief. And I hope to be reviewing some police movies in the future with him. And hey, thank you, Pat. Attitude of gratitude for our relationship that continues to this day. Yeah, Father Time is undefeated. But listen, Pat, as you already know, you're pretty fit. You're staying in shape. I appreciate you. And you know what? There's going to be some decline because of aging. We are going to age. Done deal. But we do not have to get frail and weak. No. We do not have to get frail and weak as we age. The science is in, everybody. Believe in the science. They have discovered through experimentation, you can actually not only maintain, you can gain muscle in your 80s. It's pretty simple to do. Once you get it in your head, you're just breaking down tissue. Your body's going to automatically decide, I've got to get stronger to handle the future stress that you've been putting on these muscles. When you work out a muscle and you contract it, you're actually making tiny tears in the muscle. You're breaking down the muscle tissue. We think that we're growing when we're working out because we're flushing blood into that area that's trying to start the repair system. But we're not growing when we're working out. You know, we're chasing that pump, as they say. We feel bigger because we have blood into that muscle, like our biceps. But we're actually breaking down that muscle by overstressing it, straining it. And it's going to be in times of rest and repair that we get bigger and stronger. It's on the rest days that we get bigger and stronger in reality. In appearance-wise, it feels like we're getting bigger and stronger in the time of exercise, but that's not when it occurs. That's really the breaking down of what we're trying to grow. Pretty simple. If you'll study it, if you'll understand it, and then you can apply it on a daily basis. Not going to take much time out of your day, but in your life, it's going to make a big deal. It's going to be a big difference. And hey, thanks everybody for the positive reinforcement, the positive comments. I appreciate it. Why? For a couple different reasons. One of them is, when you open yourself up, You put yourself out there into the public eye. You want to connect with people on a platform such as this. You open yourself up for public criticism and attack. And believe me, it happens. Hey, the larger your area of influence you start to grow, listen, the more attack and negative comments you're going to get. It's part of the game. It's part of everybody's game. But that's okay because we know the rules going in. And we're able. And we're going to go forward. Always love your love. Oh, thank you so much. Clone 2.0. Thumbs up back to you. Hey, I love you back. Oh, man, I love it. Hey, I love your picture. I love your meme picture. I love it. I love it. Love really is the game, right? That is the game. It sounds kind of cliche and rah-rah. Oh, love into the world, positivity. What a bunch of... It's not BS, everybody. It's not. Our mindset really determines a lot of what happens in our outside conditions. We have got to, as peak performers, high achievers, we're going to be in the minority. Believe me, the masses are addicted to mediocrity. Don't be part of the masses. Don't be part of the logical. Don't think within reason. Do you think the Wright brothers, who are responsible really for the aviation success that we enjoy today, the Wright brothers were not engineers. They were bicycle mechanics. People had tried to fly. They had tried flying machines over and over again. When these Wright brothers kept experimenting, their friends, family, acquaintances said they were insane. They were in crazy. They were crazy thinking, right? They told them it can't be done. You guys are stupid. You're idiots. Well, they discounted those thoughts and feelings, and they went forward with what they believed they could create. And by God, they did it. The Wright brothers, unbelievable. They weren't thinking logically. They weren't thinking realistically. Listen, the best thing you can do is create goals and ambitions that are so unrealistic. They are so bizarre. Your friends and family are going to think you're crazy. What makes you think that you can do that? And if you start hearing those things, then you know you're over the target. You know you're in the right frame of mind. You're on the right course. You're on the right track. Thank you, everybody. So glad you're here. Appreciate all the positive comments. Yeah, 69. 69, Pat. You know what that means? After my 69th birthday. The bottom line is I'm in my 70th year, which to me is freaking bizarre. It is nuts town. Craziness. All right, everybody. If you haven't already subscribed to the channel, it's all about a community of progress. That's what I'm about right here, right now with you. Uh-oh. I got a comment I almost missed. Got a place in Chippewa Bay on Garlock Shores. I love Garlock Shores. I have a cousin on Garlock Shores. They're right near my friends Dan and Donna Conroy. Oh, I love them. I'm going to see them very soon on their own island right there in Chippewa Bay. Dan and Donna Conroy. I wonder if they're listening this morning. Such good friends. They're always serving others, and they're going to be serving others on their beautiful place on the 29th of this month. They're having a get-together, and they always have the best adult beverages and the best food, and I can almost taste it right now. Thank you, my friends, for here in Chippewa Bay, New York, in the Thousand Island region of the St. Lawrence River. Oh, man, it was so great to connect with people today in a positive way. It really does encourage me, and it really inspires me. It does motivate me. People will blah, blah, and discount motivation, but you know what? Motivation is real. To have a motive going forward. The why, that's the important. No matter what you choose to try to accomplish, no matter what goal you set, immediately focus on the why. Forget the how. Sometimes the how is unknown to us at the time. And if you focus on the how, your brain, your subconscious is going to tell you, I don't know how. I don't know how. And that might discourage you and stop you from going forward. But if you focus on the why, this is what I'm going to accomplish, and this is why it's going to happen. The how is going to come later. The how is going to show up. The opportunities are going to knock at your door. I know. I've done it. I've tried it, and that's why I share it. These things happen because of our thinking, because of the emotions that we marry with our true thoughts and plant on our subconscious mind, that's how we manifest such great things in our life. Not once in a while, not sometimes, every single damn time. The timing might be off. You can put a time on your goal and ambition to try to create some urgency, but sometimes that time will show up because that's a guess. The time that it happens is a guess. If you make it a dominating thought in your mind, the fact that it's going to happen is going to be 100%. The timing might be off. But that's why name it, claim it, set the date, know it in your heart and mind today of what you want to accomplish, live it in your mind as a reality already occurring, and you're going to be so shocked in your future as to what you've created and made happen or allowed to happen. You're going to be sharing these kind of things with other people because you're excited about a compelling future. And I'll tell you what, there's no greater joy. One of the greatest joys that you're ever going to have is having a positive impact on somebody else. Oh, man. Thank you, man. Sometimes all I need is one comment. I made a video the other day about staying fit over the age of 69. And I think I titled it over the age of 50 so I could hopefully connect with more people. I only had at the time 25 views, and I thought, damn it, I shouldn't get into comparison mode. Don't get discouraged because it was only 25 views, even though I know it had positive content. But then later, I had a message from somebody on Facebook. You know what they said to me in that message? Cliff, thank you for sharing that video. That was the kick in the ass that I needed, and it got me off the couch and into the gym. Thanks again, my friend. You know what? That one comment, it was like $1 million to me. That's the feeling that I got in my heart when I got that message. And never underestimate the positive influence you can have on somebody else, because you do have the creative power within you. Go forward with those thoughts and feelings. All right, everybody. Thank you. Married with Paranormal. Oh, I love it, man. Thanks for sharing your comment this morning. Oh, you know what? You made my day. Now I'm done. I'm satisfied. I'm content. Going forward, nothing can knock me off my pedestal this morning. No. Thank you. Married with Paranormal. Cheers. Coffee's almost done, but I'm glad I got to connect with you today. No matter, even if it's just through the internet and the magic of the technology that we are afforded the blessings to have today. I should have wrote that down. I can't believe I said it so well. A little positivity never hurt anybody. And you know what? Now you be the judge. Yesterday, I had to have my engineer come out for my septic system. I'm blessed to have a good state-of-the-art aerobic system, but it broke down on me. I mean, the septic system still worked, but the blower motor, which creates aeration in the system, it blew on me. I got my engineer out, and he came out, and he goes, oh, this membrane, it broke. And I have two with me, and he went to go fix it, and then he said, whoops, that didn't fix it. Ooh, I think your motor's broken. God, I usually have 3 or 4 in my truck. I don't think I have any. I mean, I might. I had 3 or 4. If not, I can't get back here for another week. I said, you know what? Let's go back over to your truck on the mainland. I believe you have one in your truck. God has guided your steps. And I believe, I got full faith, you have a motor in your truck. He goes, well, if I do, I'll put it in and you'll be good to go. If not, the system will be okay for a few weeks. But it would be better if we got it fixed today. So I took him over to his truck and he opened the back and he goes, nope, I can tell. No, damn it. I always have 3 or 4 of those motors. I said, that's all right. We gave it a shot. And then he went to the back seat and he looked and goes, wait a minute. I got one. God bless it. God bless it. My faith never wavered. We brought it back over and we got that system working. And hey, regardless of what would have happened, it didn't matter, right? There's a biblical story. It's the one where God, I can't remember the story, where they get put in the flaming, oh my goodness. But I know what they said was, my God is able. He's able to save me, but even if he doesn't, My faith will not waver. Oh, my goodness. I got to go read that story. I know where it is in the Bible. I got to go check it out. All right, everybody. I'm so glad you're here. Glad you checked in this morning. I've got to get ready to go to the mainland. Going to do some shopping. I got my guest arriving very soon. All right. You know I love you, everybody. Thanks for connecting in a real raw way here on my channel, A Community of Progress. What you can do for me, just subscribe, comment, maybe share it with somebody else who might need to hear a positive word, an encouraging word, because you'll be surprised at the difference it can make with somebody else. Never underestimate the power of your influence, number one. And number two, you're going to be so surprised at how you're going to feel having a positive impact on somebody else. You're going to find out there's no greater joy. All right, everybody. I will see you in the next episode. Cheers to you, my friend. Swag in your mouth. Good thing I didn't leave. Oh, no. Oh, you're so important to me right now. That's a good way to go forward. Do you know what you're going to... If you go forward with this philosophy, everybody you talk to is the most important person in the world. Guess what? They feel that. They feel that if that's your vibration, the frequency in your mind, like you're talking to the most important person in the world, you're going to be surprised at the effect that that's going to have on everybody else. Oh, cheers to you, my friend. Wu-Tang is for the people. I don't know what that means, but I'm going to go check it out. I love to continue to learn new things, to read new books. You know what they say? I don't even know who they are, but I've read it. I've heard it. We are a reflection of the books we read and the people that we hang around. And I think that's true because I read good books and I hang around some amazing people that I have been blessed to have in my life. And that's an attitude of gratitude that I always start every morning with. I got this from the Proctor Gallagher Institute. Bob Proctor, who was in the movie The Secret, Sandy Gallagher came to him and said, I need some help going through a toxic, challenging situation. What can I do? And he said, what you can do is every morning, write down 10 things that you're most grateful for. It's going to change your life. And she goes, that's it? That's your words of wisdom? Yep. Try it for 30 days. Let me know how your life changes. And she did. She said it changed. And that's the way she coaches a lot of people today. She tells them, first of all, start every morning and ask a question. What am I most grateful for? Who am I most grateful for in my life right now? And write it down. That's important because when you write it down, it's tactile. You feel it and then you see it. You say it out loud and you hear it. And now those thoughts and emotions start your day and you have an attitude of gratitude that you can habituate day after day, and it starts to change the way that you think and process and start your day. And when you start and win your mornings, you have a tendency to win the whole damn day. Let me know if that resonates with you in any shape or form, and if it does, subscribe, leave me a comment. You have me so inspired and motivated today. I'm going to go forward from this live stream crazy motivated with crazy ambition and energy that people are going to be maybe uncomfortable with. But that's okay. That's going to be the fun part of my day, making people uncomfortable with my positivity. It's fun. It can be really fun. Right? And sometimes when you open the door for other people to connect with you in a positive way, people come into your life that you never anticipated. You never saw coming. You never saw it coming. And sometimes those are the greatest moments, the greatest people that we are blessed to have come into our lives. As a matter of fact, it's happening to me right now, this very season of my life. And I will share that with you in the future. I don't know what swag in your mouth just said. I'm just going to put the comment up. I have a question. Would you say that your comedy years helped you through some of your years as a police officer? Yes. Thank you for asking that question. And I say that because of the knowledge that I have of fellow police officers. Some, I would say, didn't see some of the tragedy, the death and destruction, and the situations that I saw, was involved in, and yet they retired from their career alcoholics. A couple of them committed suicide. They killed themselves. They're fat, obese, out of shape, depressed, and I'm not. And I have to look back sometimes and ask why. Why am I not suicidal, depressed? Not that I haven't felt the full range of my emotions, but I think in the heat of those years working for the LA County Sheriff's Department and some of the most trying times, I was involved in stand-up comedy, acting. I was in a bowling league. I was involved in other cultures and groups of people that were not in the police field. And so I was constantly growing and learning. And I believe since I habituated physical fitness and working out, it kept me on track mostly. There were times in my career, believe me, that I overdrank, had a negative mindset. Those were some peaks and valleys in my life. And I'm talking right now about the valleys. But life in general is going to be peaks and valleys, but it's so much better if we can, by intention, spend the majority of our time on the peaks. Yeah, my comedy career definitely helped me in my police career. And my police career helped me in my comedy because most comedians, as my teacher told me, Judy Carter, most comedians don't have a real life. They're making observations about other people's lives, but she said, Cliff, you have to talk about your cop career because it's unique. It's distinct. It's not like everybody else. You bring a different viewpoint, perspective. It's really who you are. Embrace it. Don't leave it out. Goes together. One thing affects everything. How you do one thing is how you do everything. Everything is related. We try to separate them in our mind. This is that part of my life. That's that part of my life. This is work. This is family. One thing affects everything else. There is no separateness. It's all one. Thanks for the question. And very insightful. You know what? You're an amazing thinker. All right, everybody. So glad to connect with everybody this morning. Can't believe 42 minutes live streaming. No notes, no teleprompter. And I'm not reading from a script. This is who I am. It's real, raw. Hey, this is no green screen. This is no blue screen. No BS. Raw, real, live. I do it on purpose. Growing the channel. Community of Progress. Glad you were here. Sending love and positivity your way. I don't care who that pisses off either. All right. Boom. Subscribe to the channel. I'll see you in future episodes and live streams.